Good morning and welcome to Pouring Through Life. I'm going to do a resin pour. I have a resin commission that I'm trying to get finished. I'm going to start off with making sure my surface is completely level. You want to check every direction, and if it isn't level, you want to shore it up and make sure that it is. And it looks good, so I'm going to move that out of the way. I have some new coaster molds from Let's Resin. I ruined my last set when I heated them with my torch. Whoopsie. Okay, so today's resin pigments are going to be Lunar Dust. I bought I guess a sample pack of them through Amazon. I have Crimson, Purple Heart, and Golden Fizz. I love purple, red, and yellow together. It's just always very complimentary and pretty. We'll see if it works out though. I'm using super clear resin. It's the tabletop epoxy. It's a really reasonably priced resin. I spend about $100 for the 2-gallon pack, so it's 1 gallon of resin and 1 gallon of hardener. If I'm going to be pouring on a surface that needs to be heat resistant, after it is done, I will pour a top coat of the Stone Coat heat resistant resin. I'm going to get my latex gloves on because you're supposed to use latex gloves or some sort of glove, vinyl, whatever you have, some sort of protective gear. I work in a air purified space. Ever since COVID started, I've been running my hospital air purifiers pretty much around the clock just to make sure my family has really good working air. Plus, I do a lot of projects in the house and I want to make sure that what I do does not affect them. So I put a small scoop in each one of these little containers so that I can mix the mica powders together. I don't normally start my video before they're mixed, but I thought I would show you what I do and what works for me personally. If you put just a little bit of resin in and mix it, you tend to alleviate any chunks. I have had it where I thought it's been completely mixed, and then sure enough, it dries and you can clearly tell that there was a piece of pigment that wasn't quite right. So there's about ½ an inch of resin in this little 3-ounce container. And I'm just going to incorporate the mica powder, which is, I usually just dip my stick in the mica powder, put a good heap on there, and then I put it in. You want to mix it in until you see that the resin powder is incorporated into your resin and it runs off your stick clear, well not clear, but clump free before you add more resin to it. In my opinion, that works really good. If you find a different method that works good, feel free to comment and share that with me. I'd be more than happy to learn a new tip or trick to making these things come out better. So that's the purple. Here's the crimson. And the crimson is really kind of an orangey red or pinkish red. These colors tend to have a little bit of secondary colors to them, kind of like a color shift paint would be. They're very pretty though. So it's red, but it's kind of got a pink hue to it. When I think of crimson, I think of dark red for some reason in my mind. That's what I see. So I wouldn't say this is a typical crimson color. I would say it's more of a pinkish red or even an orange hued red. Okay, so that's pretty well incorporated. And then this is the Golden Fizz, which is really just a pretty yellow. I do notice that the gold colors and the yellow colors always take the longest amount of time to mix in. I don't know if there's something different that does that. I'm not quite sure on that. Keep a look on your class, please. Thank you, honey. I hear ya. We have to do homeschooling here in Washington because of the virus, so they do these 30-minute intervals where the kids have class for 15 to 20 minutes, then they have a 10-minute break, and my daughter will get on YouTube or play a video game, and oopsie, I missed my class. So I'm trying to be better and kind of be on her a little bit about making sure she's on point with what she should be doing. It's hard though. It's like beating your head up against the wall over and over and over again because they just want to socialize, and that's a huge part of early education. When you're a kid and you're going to school, you're learning things, social cues, and learning how to interact with your peers and teachers, and it's just so important. That social aspect is missing, and they let them chit-chat in the class before it starts, which I appreciate because my daughter loves that, but it's not enough. I really wish people would just mask up. Let's beat this virus so we can go back to what our normal is going to be. So I'm not going to fill these completely up because I want to save some clear to pour over the top. I like the patterns you get when you pour the clear on top. It's really cool looking, and I love that. So I'm just going to do it that way. I'm also going to do a puddle pour. It works for me, and I like the pattern consistency. Okay. Do you guys have a favorite color or a favorite color scheme? Help me out. Post what you like. Tell me what colors you'd like to see me do. Whether it's resin or acrylic pouring. Is there some sort of style that you want to learn that we can work through together? I am more than happy to take any suggestions that y'all want to throw my way. I am just learning on some of this stuff and learning how to videotape myself and talk to y'all, even though technically I'm in here by myself with the exception of my kids, but it's a really new thing for me personally. If you're liking the content I'm providing and you want to be notified of any future videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. The more traffic I get to this channel, the better my ability to do art will be. And as always, you can also follow me on Facebook. I have a page called Pouring Through Life, the same as my YouTube channel. And I post works that I've finished on there, and stuff that's for sale is on there. So if you're interested in purchasing anything that you've seen me work on, you're more than welcome to go to my Facebook page or message me directly at pritchardshannon@yahoo.com, and I'd be more than happy to get in touch with you. Now's the time to do this. Christmas is just around the corner, and what a cool gift to get, something completely unique that nobody else has, and something that is basically one of a kind. I don't often make the same coaster twice, so it is unique every single time. Also, I can do trays. I haven't done a tray lately. I have a couple that are available still, and I have a geode shaped tray. I have a rectangular geode shape, small and large. So if there's something specific you're looking for, I can make it. But as always, thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. This is a fun little hobby to have, and I enjoy sharing it with you guys. Alright, so that's all she wrote for the purple. I'm going to heat it. I want to get as much of the air bubbles out as I can, but I also want it to disperse a little bit. But you don't want to scorch your resin. It's not that hard to do, believe it or not. I've done it. And one I did last night, actually, that was a total fail. I'm just moving this purple around because I want the whole bottom to be purple. For some reason, I got these coaster molds from Let's Resin, and 2 of them are really thick and the other 2 are super thin for some reason, which is weird to me. I like, when I do these, I'd like the same depth coaster. I'm not real happy that they sent me different depth coasters. So it makes it harder to have the same thickness. Look at this pretty purple though. It's actually got a slightly bluish kind of hue to it. Maybe yeah, a little bit of a bluish hue to it. It's pretty. Or lavender maybe. Just want the purple to be the whole bottom evenly. Okay. All right. Let's go to the red now. Make sure that it's good and mixed. It's okay, Nala. My little girl's not doing too good. I have 2 very senior animals that are not doing well. The cat probably has cancer, and I don't know what's going on with the Poochie. She's just been not feeling good the last few days. I like this red though. It's kind of a cool red. I don't really see it as red though. I'm so done with the election season though. It's all that's on TV and I'm just sick of it. I don't know. Instead of people complaining about this and that, they need to get out and vote. That's all I can say. Get out and vote. Stop bitching and vote. Pardon the language. I'm kind of looking forward to the fall though. I love the leaf changing. I love the early sunsets. I love being able to cuddle in a warm blanket and not be too warm. That's kind of my favorite time of the year. I like celebrating holidays. I like decorating for Halloween and well, Christmas especially. We do now that we have 2 little kids, we go to town on our yard. We get into it for sure. I have a army of inflatable Christmas stuff and an army of fun decorations and lights. So it will be a wonderful thing to be able to focus on something a little more happy, and I don't know, I just want better times. We'll just leave it at that. Get through this election season, and yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Normalcy of whatever that normalcy is. Normalcy. Just filling up the coasters with the last of my clear. And then I'm going to add the glitter to the center. Torch it. Get that glitter in there before that center closes up though. Set that down for a minute. So my glitters, I actually mixed a bunch of different colors together, and I've got some crushed glass in here too, so this should be a really pretty center. The glass should sink immediately, and the glitter should float and hang around a little bit. Be careful not to drip your glitter. It's pretty much impossible to get it out of the coasters once you drip it, without messing up the pattern you spent time creating. My daughter's singing. Oh, and then I dripped. Of course I did. Another thing you got to be careful is scraping your wax coated cups and things, because that wax will come off and it will leave a funky haze in there. Okay, what I've started doing when I do my centers is I kind of swirl them a little bit. I just like the pattern it creates. Probably won't stay because the resin is not heated up at all, but it's worth a try. Curious to see what these colors are going to do with each other. It's kind of fun seeing different things. So far, that purple hasn't taken over, which is usually what happens. The bottom color takes over the entire coaster. I'm actually seeing kind of a little bit of a rainbow effect in here, where the colors are starting to commingle and the red's starting to attach to one side or another, and I think this is going to be really pretty. I'm going to torch it and get some of these air bubbles out, especially in the glitter zone, because mixing that glitter in, there's always air because it's such a bunch of little particles together that when you mix the glitter with the resin, the air is always in there. But not too much with the torch, otherwise you ruin your mold like I've done twice or 3 times now at this point. But I like it. I think it's going to be pretty. It's unusual and it's different. Alright, I'm going to take you in for a close-up, and then I will also do a recording when I open them up and reveal what they end up looking like on the back. I did a video last night where I did 3 sets of these jagged edge ones, and they turned out beautifully. That's what they look like. However, I got the video done and went to go in for my close-up to show y'all, and it wasn't recording. So, yeah, whoopsie. So here they are. How pretty. These are going to be really pretty. Interested to see how much of the gold will stay around, because a lot of times that last color completely disappears. Even though it looks like there's a ton of yellow, once the resin starts moving, it'll be gone. I don't know why, but that's what happens. You can already see the purple closing in on this one. And I might actually get a little bit of translucency in the center. We shall see. See how I swirled the pigment and gets kind of like that hurricane or tornado effect. Super pretty. Alright, if you guys like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. If there's any colors you guys want me to see me do or any techniques, feel free to post a comment and I will try my best to do that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Good morning. Welcome to Pouring Through Life. It's coaster unmolding time. I'm so excited. It's my favorite time when I get to actually see the coaster in all its glory finished and hold it in my hands and inspect. So there's the face. I actually got a little bit of translucency. Boop. Nice glass on the back. I'm not sure what color I'll paint the edges. Probably gold. Maybe I'll do one. There's really no sharp edges or anything like that, so there's nothing I have to clean up. They all turned out pretty consistently. This is the one where I dropped the glitter. The whole center, all this you can see through when you hold it up to light. Kind of looks like a flower. A little tiny bit of red through, a little tiny bit of yellow. I love how the purple is in here, even though it was poured first. Love that. It's so pretty. And the little striations that come down is really pretty. Another one that the red took over. Interesting. So I got two obviously reds and two obviously purples. Okay, so what I do for my edging is I have a 24 karat gold leafing pen. I'm going to give it a good shake. I usually keep a little piece of cardboard on my table to pump the pen. Use this. Okay. Make sure you guys are in frame here. Okay, so what I do is I start with the face. Halfway on, halfway off, and I outline. So once you get all the way around with your edging, then you do the sides. I like to let it dry though, so I will do the face, my really clean line, then I let it dry because I don't want to go back through and touch what I just did. Okay, so the front is done, and now I'll go through and do the sides. Once the sides are done, then I do the back as well. I want to periodically shake it to keep the pen paint flowing good. These coasters are pretty hard on these pens. I actually had to replace the tip of this one already, and it's not out of paint yet. And I do like this one. This is the Krylon 18 karat gold paint pen. Cleans up nicely if you make a mistake. So if you get some paint on your finger and accidentally touch the face, a little bit of rubbing alcohol takes it off really easily. You just need to catch it fairly quickly. If you don't, then fingernail polish remover also works. Acetone. Alright, she's pretty much done. Just to finish it up really nicely, very pretty. Just gives you a nice, clean, polished finish. So pretty. Shiny, shiny, sparkly gold. Alright, you guys, if you like the videos that I'm showing you, please hit a like and a subscribe. If there's something that you'd like me to do or show or go through, I would love to hear from you guys. Anyways, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next video.